Welcome. In this session, we will discuss how to set up your camera. First, find the manual to your camera and set your camera to VGA mode. VGA mode is the smallest setting on your camera, or is sometimes better known as 640 by 480. You can see here on the back of this Canon camera that I've set the camera to 640 by 480. It is also important to set the camera in the S or small mode to further reduce the size of this file. Although this is a Canon, the features in other cameras are similar, such as Nikon, Olympus, and Kodak. Do not date stamp your photos. GCP will date stamp your photos for you. When taking pictures of sign-in sheets or meters, use the macro mode without a flash. Be sure to take the camera off macro mode for your other pictures. Use your flash whenever possible, and stop to take your pictures. Double check to make sure that your pictures are not blurry, because blurry pictures are no pictures at all. Remember, you are a professional photographer. If you are not comfortable taking pictures, take a class or get a book to help you, because your pictures get you paid. So make sure your pictures tell and prove to us and our clients what you did. You can verify the size of your photos by right-clicking on the photos on the desktop and getting the correct information. Taking the proper size photo with your camera is so important because it does take time to upload photos into PreserveSoft if they're too large. If you set your camera to the proper 640 by 480 resolution in the VGA mode, your picture should come out anywhere between 50 kilobytes to 150 kilobytes. So if you set your camera up and you take pictures and you bring them into your computer, you can verify the size of them. Let's look at that. Let's right-click on the first photo here. I'm going to go to Get Info. On a PC computer, you're going to go to Properties. And it's going to tell you the size of your photograph. This one happens to be 2.8 megabytes. It's way too big. It's going to take too long to bring these photos into PreserveSoft. So I used this photo here, and I took this with a Canon PowerShot, and I set it at 640 by 480, and let's see the size of this one. We can see here that it's 53 kilobytes, a really good size. It's going to upload quickly into PreserveSoft. So make sure your camera is set at 640 by 480 or VGA mode to get the best size for your pictures for the fastest possible upload speeds into PreserveSoft. Thank you. And lastly, use your photo checklist every time that you're in the field. This will ensure that you get the proper photos for every job. Taking good pictures in the field. Our clients require good before and after photos, and they require that the photos are taken from the same angle. In this picture here, you can see the house in the top left-hand corner on both shots. This is required so that our clients can see that the work was performed during the same period of time. In this particular shot, you can see more of the house on the right-hand side than you can the left-hand side. While to us it might seem a good set of photos, our client might have a different view of this. So be sure it's exactly from the same angle when you turn your pictures in. Be sure to tell a story with your pictures when supplying bids. This particular vendor sent in quite a few pictures showing the tree causing damage to the house. Our clients are much more apt to approve bids that have multiple pictures showing this damage happening than just one picture showing the tree. When a pool is present, be sure to take pictures of anything that is securing the pool. In this case, it is a lanai and 2 screen doors. It could be a gate, it could be a fence. Also take a picture of the pool. Be sure to supply measurements of this pool on your PCR report. When completing work in the field, it is always a good idea to have action shots. The action shot here shows the lock being drilled. When a client sees action shots, it proves to them that the work was completed. You can see here the action shots and during shots of the empty hole, the action shots of the lock work in the drawer. Next we can see the key in the doorknob and the door closed showing the lock work being done. When taking up close pictures, be sure to turn your camera into macro mode. Macro mode is the little flower on your camera. It is always a good idea to turn your flash off when taking up close pictures as well. Be sure to take your camera out of macro mode so that the rest of your pictures are not blurry. Speaking of bad pictures, be sure all of your pictures are taken with your camera held horizontally. Do not hold it vertically. Our clients and GCP will not accept these pictures. This particular picture doesn't tell us anything except that something's blurry. Our clients will look at this and not approve anything, and they will ask us to go back and take more pictures at our own expense. This particular picture has very bad lighting, and we can't see anything but dark shadows, and so there's nothing to be told here at all. So remember, your photos are proof of documentation, and they are your invoice. Photos are required to support every form or documentation. They're required on PCRs, ICC forms, and bid forms, for all bid approvals, anything with before, during, and after of any work completed. Thank you.